Martha sat by her frosted window, gazing out at the quiet street bathed in soft, yellow glow from the street lamps. Snow gently fell, blanketing the ground in silence. Christmas was only a few days away, yet her small cottage felt still and empty, like a snow globe no one shook anymore. Her children had grown, moved away, and started families of their own, visiting when they could. But this year, they'd each called with loving apologies, tangled in their own holiday plans. Martha missed the laughter that once filled these rooms, the chaotic mornings, the mess of wrapping paper on Christmas Eve, the smell of cinnamon and pine filling the air. She looked around her living room, where faded ornaments hung on a small tree she had decorated herself. It felt small without her family here, like a part of her was missing. Determined to find warmth, Martha pulled out a woolen shawl, the one she had knitted herself last winter, and decided to go for a walk. As she strolled down her street, she noticed how each house seemed to glow with life, filled with laughter and bright lights. For a moment, her heart sank, until she spotted a small figure at the edge of her neighbor's driveway. It was Sophie, the young girl who had just moved in with her family. Sophie was bundled in layers, looking curiously at the snowfall. "Oh, Mrs. Martha," Sophie called out, her face lighting up. "Are you looking at the snow too?" Martha smiled, feeling her heart warm just a little. "Yes, Sophie, that it's beautiful, isn't it?" They walked together, chatting about snowflakes and gingerbread men. Before Martha knew it, they had reached Sophie's front door, where her mother invited Martha in for a cup of cocoa. Inside, Martha was greeted by the soft warmth of the fireplace and the aroma of freshly baked cookies. Sophie's family welcomed her with smiles and laughter, offering her a seat at their table. As they sipped cocoa, Sophie handed Martha a small hand-painted ornament. "This is for you, Mrs. Martha, that oh, you don't have to be alone on Christmas." Tears pricked at Martha's eyes as she looked at the little ornament, decorated with tiny snowflakes. She hadn't realized how much she needed this connection, this simple kindness. "Thank you, Sophie," she whispered, her heart fuller than it had been in years. That evening, as Martha returned home, her steps were lighter. She hung Sophie's ornament in a place of honor on her tree, and suddenly, the small room didn't feel so empty anymore. She realized that love wasn't bound by walls or miles. It could be found in the simplest of gestures, in the warmth of shared moments, and in the hearts that reached out to hers. And as she drifted off to sleep that night, Martha felt a gentle peace she hadn't known in years. Wrapped in the memory of that warm cup of cocoa and the sound of young laughter filling her heart anew.